Hey guys, Jeff the Nature Guy, and right now I'm at one of my favorite habitats on the planet, freshwater ponds. I love them. They're so cool because there's so much life right here in front of us, and that's just cool, and it's so much fun to explore. And the good thing is you don't have to worry about an alligator or a shark coming up and grabbing you, especially here in Montana. So that's why it's a good thing to explore. But what I want to talk about is this ecosystem and a couple creatures that live in here. First thing you're going to notice, you might be able to make out on video, but right now I can see there's a whole bunch of bugs flying above this pond, and those are mayflies. And what all those little mayflies are doing, if you can see them, is they're just over there hovering and they're getting ready to have their babies. And a lot of those times they put their babies right in this water. They lay their eggs in here, and their little babies are actually swimming around in here. You'll see mayflies do that, and of course mosquitoes. And then if you get close, and this pond here is actually at ZooMontana, so you can come out here and see this yourself. But if you get close, you can see some other critters that are living in here. A lot of really cool water bugs called invertebrates. So there's a whole bunch of different kinds in here, and what invertebrate means, it means there's no backbone. So you can look for those guys. And then last but not least, I want to talk about one of the most prevalent animals in here, and that's these guys. And I'm going to dip my hand in here and pull one of these guys out. They're really small, but I'm going to put them in my hand here. We'll get some close-ups of them. You're looking at a snail, and snails are just the coolest little critters. And when you see a snail, what makes a snail obviously is that shell that you see around him there. That's his little home, and he can actually retract or go into that home for protection. But what's really cool is that a snail is basically a slug, but with a shell. And you guys, if you've seen slugs before, you know they're pretty slimy, and they actually have a trail of slime behind them. That slime actually serves a really good purpose. One is it can serve like a glue. It allows them to hold on to the surface as they crawl along. They can even go up trees, if you can imagine that. And it also acts as a lubricant to help them slide. So it makes kind of like a slip and slide you'll use during the summer. That's kind of what they have. They have a built-in slipper slide. It's a good way to think about that. And you can actually see these guys moving here in this pond. You can see the little roads or trails that are actually behind them. Now the cool thing about snails, not many people know, is they have almost what are like teeth. Thousands of them in their mouth. They're these little tiny bristle-like things that they use to kind of chew up their food. And these guys love to eat plants and leaves, and they kind of chew that up. They have this really weird ribbon-like tongue that helps them pull the food in. But they are just cool little critters, and they can actually really help clean up a pond. Now, there are some snails out there that are good to have around, and here in North America, we have one that's from Africa that doesn't belong here. It's called a giant land snail. Get this, they can be over 2 pounds huge. But the thing is they destroy crops, and they're not good to have around. So luckily we don't have any of those guys here in this pond, but come on to the zoo, check it out. You can see the algae. Of course, that's summertime. It's a sign summer's here. And if you're lucky, somewhere in this deep pond is our big giant snapping turtle by the name of Bogey. And as soon as he comes out, we'll be sure to introduce him to you right here on this video. So until next time, guys, I am Jeff the Nature Guy here at ZooMontana, enjoying the lovely summer weather and, of course, our beautiful pond.